What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Zach Sucks at Games here on Another Letdown. My name is Zach from Another Letdown Media and the This Is Difficult video game podcast, and I suck at games. This is the show where I hang out and play games that either I have not played ever, have not played in a very long time, or am just generally likely to be very bad at. I did not grow up with video games, so this is my opportunity to do some learning and growing and work through the absurd backlog of games that I've accumulated that need playing. We just wrapped up, well, just before the vacation, we wrapped up the Mass Effect franchise that we were working on for well over a year at this point. A lot of fun. I love those games with every fiber of my being, but it was time for something new. We're anticipating very anxiously the drop of Marvel Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 5, but that's not out yet. And we will be playing that day one. I'm very excited about that. We've also got an Arkham Horror second edition game, fundraiser game coming up one of these Fridays. Not sure yet which. I need to talk to a few people and get some moving parts handled. We've also got a couple of fun events coming up. Josh, my podcast partner on This Is Difficult, and I are playing Super Metroid Zelda as soon as we can possibly make that work. And Paul and I have been talking about doing another Goof Troop stream because we had a lot of fun with that the first time around. But we needed a game to sort of fit in between Mass Effect and Spider-Man before we get back to our regularly scheduled superhero content. And I thought, well, it would be kind of fun to play a game that is like in line with where my head's at right now. I'm a librarian. That is what I do professionally, and I've spent most of the summer indulging in both Sherlock Holmes and Cthulhu Mythos books, often ones that even cross over with each other. Shout out to James Lovegrove, major literary influence to me right now, and just finished all of his Sherlock Holmes pastiche books, and I was like, there's no better way to put a capstone on that than to play through this awesome-looking game. It's called Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. It's probably a dead category here on Twitch, but I'm going to play it anyway because it's just like, if this is going to be an archive for me, my daughter, whomever, to look back on and know what I was doing in 2023, this is it. So here we are. We're playing Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. I don't know how long it's going to take. It's not rumored to be a particularly long game, but we're gonna play it. As with all the shows that we host here on the Another Letdown Media channel, as well as the This Is Difficult podcast network at large, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. So let's play Sherlock Holmes. I don't really know what to expect here. There it is. I know it does have full controller support, so I busted out my trusty Xbox 360 controller. That is the one that got us through all the Batman Arkham games. And it's been a while since this thing's been plugged in. You can actually see from the cord it's all tangled up and gross. I was going to use my 8-bit dough, but I felt like this one kind of deserved proper modern controls. So, yeah, that's very fair, RPD. I know. I know you're pushing the boundaries of what you're going to be capable of. But I did want to talk about my dumb idea for what to do after Spider-Man. We all know how badly the Scott Pilgrim stream went. So I'm going to play the Clash of Demon Head for NES. I'm going to do it. We had a great time playing River City Ransom. I'm going to do Clash of Demon Head. As long as I can find a copy of it. Or, borrow, quote-unquote, a copy, like I did with Chrono Trigger. Sherlock is afraid of water. If he falls in... Okay, great. I hope this gives me, some kind of intro cinematic, because I have literally no idea what to expect in this game. Okay, alright. We got London. That's a big red line. Chapter 1, The Shadow over London. Alright, very cool. Liking that. Baker Street, no surprise. Ooh, that's delicious. Not skipping the cinematics for sure. Need these. To be fair, the Scott Pilgrim stream was very realistic simulation of Canadian internet. Yeah, that's true. What's the URL for... What's the address for Amazon.ca?
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my son?
I love that.
I was the one who ate it.
Okay, they've immediately nailed the Sherlock Holmes character.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed.
So I've been listening to Dennis Kleinman read the Lovegrove pastiche books.
What the postman brought today.
All right. Welcome to the game. Use LS to move around and press A to move to interact with objects. Oh my god, yeah, the Would You Kindly stuff from Bioshock. Ugh. We agreed we weren't going to play that game. Alright, doesn't look like much that I can interact with other than Holmes himself. Or Watson, rather.
This mess is getting out of hand. What will the landlady think?
The landlady's got a name. Her name is Mrs. Hudson. Okay, so Holmes... This is not really how I pictured their rooms at Baker Street.
Most of us put our thoughts to paper, not to walls, Mr. Holmes. Your mail is on the table, Holmes.
Mail. Alright, so we're looking for... Okay, there it is. Let's see, we got... Okay, that's like a camera view situation. I'm tagging objects. Okay. So, hold and inspect that. Scandinavian... Okay, tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit by the blah, 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 blah. 7 evil blah, blah. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps as a result of something spokesman for the police, Lestrade probably, assures the advertiser that they are confident this is the body. Okay, great.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
Yeah. Okay, we got this one. It's a ledger of some kind. Visit Baker.
Your order
Bookstore.
from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Oh, Barnes bookshop.
Barnes
Okay.
insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
That is good service. Does it say Vogel? Yeah, it does.
Another letter from Werner. I never.
It definitely says
They keep
Vogel.
Coming.
Okay, so I found the 3 things. If this is the game,
That's
like
the
the
Strand.
game
Where
loop,
is
like
it?
that's fine.
Pardon me?
The
I'm on
Strand.
the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men.
So the Strand is one of the papers that Watson writes for,
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man.
if I
can
recall correctly.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain
As represented as-
Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat.
Actually, that's
Dr.
kind of
Watson.
convenient,
Let us hope
isn't it,
nobody's got
RPD?
the dustbin.
That you're here for us on that one. Okay, we got an autosave situation. The Strand is missing. So it looks 6 out of 50. What does that mean? My guess is I have to leave Baker Street and go look for... Alright, Watson, what
The
do you got?
dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
The dustbin. Okay. So, that means waste paper basket. In this case. Dumpster? Is that... Okay, so I can't leave unless... Some weird texturing around his neck. Dustbin. Well, there's a drawer open down here. Does that have anything to do with it? Oh, there. Hold on. Saw a flash over here. Nope, nothing. Of all the people to be confused by Britishism, yeah. My late 1800s Britishisms aren't where they were.
Don't look at me. If you want the newspaper, you'll have to get your hands dirty.
Yeah, well, Watson, you're the one who threw it away, so I don't even see a waste paper basket or a... Can I just... Oh, duh. Learning and growing. Okay, so doors you just walk up to. Here's a waste paper basket. I can kick it. I guess not. So this is exactly how I... Oh, cool! Get a little outfit change situation here. Sherlock's overcoat, cool and warm. Wind coat, white suit, marine uniform, Navy officer uniform, casual detective, ugly beige suit, gray suit, office casual. Oh, whoa, hey. Oh, hats. Fez. Of course we gotta have the deer stalker. Yeah, that's gotta be the one, right? No, we don't need glasses. Don't need a mustache. Don't need the makeup kit. Oh, this is Watson. I can put Watson in. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Alright, cool. So I think that's purely aesthetic. I don't... Yes, I already kicked the bucket. Alright. So I put on a hat. I can't open Mrs. Hudson's door, so we're gonna go out. Okay, it's raining. Yeah, I did that. Alright, there's the waste paper basket. Let's rifle through this.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil.
Okay.
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect
So someone is
assassination.
already trying to assassinate us.
See, Watson? The
Awesome.
conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Well, you're not wrong.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Yeah, okay, kid.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Well, then why are you yelling about it?
Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
You're a bright child. I presume you see.
Okay, so we got
everything
dialogue
that goes on
options,
around
that's
here?
fine.
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone
Is this about,
suspicious
is this
at my
the
door this morning?
foundation of the Baker Street
Like
Irregulars?
the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson,
Sure, now I can take the day off.
Oh god, I love it when he extorts Watson.
can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises. Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching.
So there's a
the
lot of
house
dialogue
and I had a
here.
customer. Then
I don't
there's a
hate
loud
it.
Bang.
I mean, that's
I
kind of
ducked
how
down.
Holmes operates.
Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise, and all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Where was he headed?
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears. If you
Yep,
have
foundation of the Baker Street Irregulars. Alright. You got a new question in your Mind Palace. Open up the casebook and navigate
Get
to
the
Mind
Strand.
Palace. What's the Mind? Oh, is this the Mind? This must be the Mind Palace. Who room? Oh, dang. Okay, this is like really complicated. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how that works.
Get your copy of the Strand
Navigate
here.
to the Mind Palace. Inside, select relevant to deduce an answer. Okay. unpin evidence. Okay. I'm not sure what that just did. Okay, Barnes, the local bookseller, ruined the newspaper. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you actually, like, use the menus to make connections. Okay, that's really dope. So I gotta find Barnes. Mr. Barnes is involved in the scheme. And I've got new stuff here. Just because I'm sick of looking at it.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his
Get the
scruples.
strands.
Pin the evidence
Get
of the
your copy of
bookshop
the
photo
strands
by
here.
pressing
It's part
X.
of the game.
Open the case book. Try to find the bookshop. Okay.
Get the strands.
Do you even
Get
have
your copy of the
enemies
strands
that would
here.
want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
Moriarty would be one. So we're looking for Barnes's bookshop as opposed to Barnes and Noble. We're looking for Barnes and Noble. I have the foggiest where that might be, because I don't know my 1800s Stenwick's Manor. Hold on. Open the case book. Oh, hang on. That's Stenwick's Manor. Well, this doesn't tell me. Sherlock probably has more than a few, including off-page adventures we're just going to have to take their word for. Yes! Especially considering that Watson creative... Like, okay, this is a little headcanon-y right now. But, oh, Barnes' bookshop. Okay.
How about that Vogel fellow? He seems rather obsessed with you. Would he do something like this?
Oh, there, okay. That Watson heavily censored his writings to exclude the Cthulhu stuff. And indeed, that is why Watson is the way he is. Or Holmes is the way he is, rather. And Mycroft and Moriarty and everybody else. Right, looking around, just clearing the area here. Maybe I'm still a little stuck in Mass Effect, but... Bags under his eyes, the effects of overwork. Okay. Newspaper ink. Okay, that's on his hands. Yep, that's a very classic Sherlock Holmes thing to look for. We got something here. Leans heavily on his right leg, so sword left. Let's see if there's one more. There we go. High heels wants to look taller. Alright, cool. Mr. Barnes is developed. Seems unlikely that someone... Oh, wow. Okay, so we have to make a decision here. Okay, yeah, that's fine, RPD. Get some rest, my dude. Hopefully Blink will be along soon. Okay, so this one seems to have more... Yeah, I'm going to confirm workaholic here. That's what I think, anyway.
Mr. Barnes, a word. Oh, for goodness sake.
Who Who goes there?
Who goes
Sherlock
there?
Holmes, now will you please?
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Liar.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we
There you go.
reschedule?
Deep in the weeds with work.
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
No, really deep in the weeds with important.
Important things. Yeah, that means you're caught up in cult activity.
Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Liar.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor.
Press left bumper.
Let's find a way to coax him out.
Okay, that's cool.
The ladder is broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Yep. Seeing that. Okay, the painting's askew over here. There's books on the table.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
It's a very vague definition of anything. Okay, we got two targets here. Basics of... Oh, I thought it said cryptocurrency. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Photography in Egypt.
Hey, Blink.
Barnes has an
How you
interesting
doing?
hobby.
I was just talking to RPD about my new idea for post-Spider-Man shenanigans. We're going to be playing the Clash of Demon Head for Nintendo, original Nintendo. It's sort of in deference to our disaster of a Scott Pilgrim stream. All right, there's something else here. Oh, here we go. Everlasting plants. Okay, so okay, exotic plants catalog. That actually incriminates him pretty strongly because of that cactus thing we found earlier. Let's take another look through. Okay. We can interact with this. There's 3 things to find here. We've got flowers.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
Bet you we can figure it out. Oh, hold on. There we go.
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
And we got, what, a hands... Oh.
Finest view London has to offer.
A flower shop? Okay. And then there's got to be at least, yeah, this door. Oh, don't put me out on the street. Oh, come on! Mistakes were made. Alright, I think I've interacted with almost everything. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Oh, puppy.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Holmes does like dogs. Watson, on the other hand, does not. Well, it depends on when this falls in the timeline. Because if this is after, that's actually probably not after Hound of the Baskervilles, because that's a late story. But Watson had an enduring fear of dogs. All right, so let's take a look at the Mind Palace here. Why is Barnes acting so strangely? Let's take a look. Oops. There we go. All right, book from Barnes. Barnes' broken ladder. Oh, okay. No good. All right. No, it can't be that. No, okay, I have an idea. Alright, I got something. No, it's the plants catalog. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Ah, stupid. Come on. Okay, why won't it let me see the green ones? Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I did promise you that, that I would explain where TMNT and Daredevil cross over. So I thought I had the issues on hand. One of them is sealed behind plastic, so I actually can't show that one. The other one is somewhere behind the green screen, and I'm not gonna be able to dig it out. But what happens is, in the first issue of Daredevil, obviously Matt Murdock gets hit with a toxin that robs him of his sight, but powers up the rest of his senses. So he's functionally the blind man with the power of sight. The same toxin enables, or there must be something I'm missing here. Yeah. The same toxin flows into the sewer, and then the turtles get interact with the turtles, or interacts with the turtles, thereby giving them the superpowers. Eastman and Laird were big fans of Daredevil, so, and of course they weren't working for Marvel, so they had to like kind of fake it. But the similarities in the art style and the similarities in like setup and structuring basically betray that, yeah, it's the same event. It's literally the same like collision where Matt Murdock shoves an old guy out of the way and gets hit with the toxin. I can show that at some point. I can't right now, but I will definitely do that. All right, so there must be some evidence that I'm missing somewhere, or something, because. All right, hold on. Watson
has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Yeah, it is a really neat story, and the Turtles are New Hampshire's little corner of comic book history, because they got their start at a Comic-Con, PortCon, in the 1980s, which was run by my former boss, Ralph. Shout out Ralph DiBernardo from Jetpack Comics, formerly Paperback Bazaar, and his involvement with the Turtles. So Turtles have always been a little kind of special to me in a neat way. Okay, what is going on? I can't. What? I've messed something up here, because I can't see documents and testimonies, which means I can't make a link. Unless unpin evidence. See, when you're successful, it turns it green like this, and I'm not certain why my mind palace is just failing me here. There's no documents and testimonies available. So who do I have to talk to? Yeah, I'm missing something. That's just cosmetic and stuff. Is there something behind the counter that I missed?
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think. I like bookshops. One of the few spots in London where you are shunned for making a racket.
Well, try the
Didn't you once tell
Diogenes
me
quote.
that answers usually lie in plain sight?
Well, yeah, they usually... Hold on. Wait a minute. What's this box back here? Can't interact with it. Already interacted with that.
Didn't you once tell me that answers usually lie in plain sight?
Okay, so he's... Like, Watson's trying to be helpful here. Oh, the strand. Well, can't actually access that. Dog. The pulse is like Sherlock vision situation.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Is there something on the floor I'm missing? Plain sight, plain sight. I'm so lost. Boy, I really hope this gets easier because this is like the tutorial.
Didn't you once tell me that answers usually lie in plain sight?
Yes, you keep saying that.
Didn't you once tell me that
Stop
answers usually
saying
lie
that,
in plain
Watson.
sight?
Jesus. What am I missing? Yeah, I've got no documents and testimony, so... Maybe I do have to go out and come back. Yeah, a visit to Mr. Barnes is in order. Well, we did that. Oh, hang on, there's plants.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely
Aha!
saw them.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin?
Interesting.
The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Okay.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Let's take a look at this person. For beauty or concealment? Honoring a deceased husband. Unusual for work attire. Always the shoes. Always the shoes. Change up shoes upon arrival. Alright. No. She's got to be still grieving. I mean, it's possible I got some of this stuff wrong.
Mr. Holmes?
Your husband's death. You're clearly still in mourning.
Oh, no. I loved him more than anything, of course, but that was some time ago now. Life goes on.
A lesson we all learn, one way or another. I'll be off.
Oh, wait, what? Provide evidence.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
Okay.
I'll be off.
Okay, that's really strange. Oh, wrong button. Alright. Still no documents and testimonies. Okay. So we'll keep looking around. Who's this guy?
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Okay, so that's a no. Who's this guy?
Excuse me, just one question.
Excuse me, what? I'm not sure I know.
What's the case? So far somebody tried to assassinate Holmes with a poison-laced cactus needle. And that is all we know.
Could you help me?
It's a shame I can't answer your question.
Is this familiar to you?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
I can't go in the back door. I can't push that out of the way. Here are some other people.
May I ask you something?
A lady doesn't know about such things.
No.
Most ignorant
please.
people
I can't help you with that, sir.
in all of London. Why am I saddled with them?
May I ask you something?
Excuse me, what? Well, I'm not sure I know.
No, what? You didn't even let me ask. Another bum here on the street.
Help me, please.
No.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
What about this guy standing on the corner reading a book? Did I already ask him? I'm back in.
Didn't you once tell me that answers usually lie in plain sight?
What am I missing? Nope, I've already been here. Oh, this is frustrating. Yeah, reading in the rain seems real safe, right? Real intelligent. Does red mean I failed it? Yeah, Watson is supposed to be the hint function. I wonder if it means I failed it. Come on. It won't let me unpin that.
The ladder is broken, recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Okay, so that would mean that there's got maybe something above it? No. Hidden in plain sight. Or am I just looking for someone? This is ridiculous. Pin selected evidence on the screen. Oh! So this implies that you have to have one of each, right? And it won't let me unpin that. Huh. I'm just gonna keep walking around until I find something that's useful. There's a dog here.
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original.
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a dole to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still
Okay,
grow them.
now we're moving forward.
The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
So who's your boss? Okay. Claims she doesn't know how the cactus appeared in the display. She went for a break. When she came back, it was there.
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller. I don't know anything about this, sorry.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Here we go.
They could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
Very helpful.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes. Are you sure you're asking the right
Something
person?
about poison?
I'm just
Nope,
a flower
didn't do it.
seller. I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
I'll be off.
Alright, 2 evidence updated. Okay, so now I've got testimony.
Didn't you once tell me that answers usually lie
Yeah.
in plain sight?
Still no testimonies. What is this madness? Am I just like
so,
way off?
Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
I feel so lost. Like, is this how Watson feels? I need more testimonies. Or documents. I don't care. Either one. I've read everything there is to read in here. So... I'm gonna run back to Baker Street real quick. You know, assuming I'm going the right direction. Yeah, Baker Street, okay. Random crying person. Here's 221B. There is stuff I haven't looked at. Okay, here we go.
I'm close. I know it. I just need one more piece to crack the case.
No, I guess not.
Didn't you once tell me that answers usually lie?
You're not helpful, John. Case 2, the murder of John Watson. And be subject to the wrath of Mary Watson? I don't think so. Oh, boy. Oh, wait, hold on.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. I'll stand watch, just in case the strange man comes back.
Alright, so am I just looking for some guy wandering around with a huge load of books in his arms? Because that wouldn't be that guy. There's a guy carrying a book. Can I talk to him? No. Can I talk to that guy? Let's down this way. Bum. Can I have that axe? Guess not. I think so based on the timeline. Well, actually, I don't know because Watson's still living at Baker Street, so actually, I guess probably not. Can't go in there. Whoa. Oh, it's hopscotch. Okay. She's still showing up yellow. Well, you know what?
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Okay.
Yes.
Duh.
Not really. Well,
Oh my god.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course. But we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park
Okay.
with my dog.
That's stupid learning and
most
growing
days
right there.
I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy. So we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was
Now, she's
dead
full of
and
baloney
seemed unsteady as
over
we
here.
approached. But since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Really? Mrs. Fleming on Barnes. Okay, all right. So now if I go in... Yes! Okay. All right, now we have... Yes, got it. All right. I'm going to try this one. Yeah, nailed it. All right. Mr. Barnes is... Yeah, any idiot with a brainstem could have figured that one out. Barnes displays some stuff. Plainly, the same cactus is dropped. Okay. Anonymously gifted a cactus, which he ordered from the catalog on his counter. A questionable choice, but for Barnes, a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalog represents these cacti as immortal. Now to hear the full story. Okay. Okay. We're now things moving forward now.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
Clang.
I couldn't read this.
Also, my paper
edition
was
of
ruined.
The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured, we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right.
Yeah, there's definitely more to this guy than what we're seeing here.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness...
Yeah, but meanwhile, he's got a copy of The Strand, like, sitting on the table. Why didn't you just grab it?
Gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
I have neither the experience nor the interest in navigating the finer sex and their peculiarities. Do what you will.
The writing is so perfect. Like, someone studied their Arthur Conan Doyle.
Return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here.
Yes,
all
I
along.
noticed it a while back.
Naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Alright, saltpeter explosion rocks docks. Rock! Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening. Something about red smoke. Merchant ship Moskva. Docks appear N3. Oh, that's not N7. The Port Authority has yet to comment on the something. Okay, great, cool.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
let me know if there's any way I can make it up to you. Tell you what, tomorrow's edition of The Strand is on me.
Alright, is there anything else I need to look at in here? That's a negative. Alright, cool. Guess we're headed to the port next.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a
Oh,
remarkable
Blink!
faculty for deduction.
One of my new kombuchas today. Since this is supposed to be like a Lovecraftian inspired, you'll notice it's getting keyed out. I found Sublime Lime from GT's. Not a sponsor, but Dave, let's talk. It is kombucha time. Cheers.
Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared.
It's actually really good. I quite like this lime. I'm not. It's basically tastes like limeade.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing.
Oh wow, this is really early in the timeline though. This is pre Study in Scarlet.
Good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
If we're gesture that way, if we're tracing this, if we're including the Lovegrove stuff, this is just after Shadwell Shadows and before Miskatonic Monstrosities, so therefore before A Study in Scarlet, because Study in Scarlet happens, it's basically just a reconceiving of the or Shadwell Shadows is a reconceiving of the Study in Scarlet, or other way around. I don't know, depending on how you want to think about it. Where am I going?
Stenwick is just down the street from Barnes's bookshop.
Okay, I think I have a sense of what the gameplay loop is looking like here. You investigate a scene, talk to any people around, make the connections in your head, solve the crime. Okay, that's manageable. Okay, there's Barnes's bookshop. Cobbler. No. Down the street would be this way. What did he say? Stenwick's? Bar. Where am I going again?
Stenwick is just down the street from Barnes's
Stenwick.
bookshop.
Okay. Out of my way. This way? Or have I already been this way? Oh. You can fast travel to it. Dope! Look at that. Oh, of course he's talking to Gregson.
Attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector
Inspector.
Lockhart.
Wait.
Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling
This guy looks like something out of Wallace and Gromit.
Missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
Because
we investigate
they're
murders, thefts,
the police
fraud,
department.
arson,
They're a bunch of dummies.
A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off.
The derision in your voice,
You heard
police
that, didn't you?
constable,
The
random
way
police
that man
constable
spoke
number
to me.
1.
I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
All right.
Tell me
Let's
about
just
him.
start from the beginning.
He's foreign. A Maori.
Oh.
Away from New Zealand.
So Haka?
Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as two.
So Haka?
And fierce.
We're searching for Haka, Blink.
Doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I may do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning
Kimmy here.
papers, but
That's a cool name.
yesterday I had to
Maori
get
names
them
are cool.
myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
And where does he live?
Your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course.
No.
But only to check he wasn't lying dead
Everybody
inside.
has to mess with evidence.
Normal at a glance.
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Cabbage?
Did Kimahir make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Sergeant
He must have fled
Ruffles.
with some money on his person.
I liked random
No. I kept his wages
beat
in my
cop
safe
number 1.
for security.
I take it this is the first time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left.
There's a
this
great
estate.
Lovecraft
If he caused any damage,
pastiche,
I
or
was
sorry,
responsible
Lovegrove
for it,
pastiche,
for it was I who rescued
where
him from
Holmes
savagery
works
and
with.
brought him here to England in the
Yeah. There it is. That's the pun I was looking for.
Get started. We shall first take a look around the map.
Where Holmes interacts with
I'll be here.
Alan
Mentally
Quartermain
drafting
and
my
his
complaint.
personal servant, personal something sidekick person. All right, in a very similar vein to what's going on here. We're looking for a shack. It looks like. Okay. I can't. So garden. That's nope. Is it back garden? What are we looking for here? Must be through here. Okay. Got a headless statue. There's a shack. Very notably. Concentration helps you pick up when you see a wavy green circle. Press RB to observe. Oh, cool. Okay, we got a couple of things to find in here.
Impressive.
Okay.
The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Oh, wow. It almost looks like President number 45. Like, what the heck? Alright, there's something else. Oh, wait, I can move a little bit. Right, there's something else around. In this field. Oh, hang on.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact.
Okay, I already got that one.
Someone hit their head here.
Huh. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Shovel. That's exactly what I thought. There we go. Oh, spyglass.
A small navy spyglass.
I've taken it. Okay. Cool. I can interact with a couple things in here.
No air coming through it.
Okay, got a little scene here. A bone.
Button chops. The remains of a meal.
Yep, definitely.
The ashes are long since cold.
Yep, that tracks. And what's this thing? Oh, bread. Moldy bread.
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Interesting.
Is this a Tanifa, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
We're gonna have to use
So it's
concentration
made
here.
of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
New reward unlocked? Check bonus section in game menu. Where does the trail lead? Anything? Got one. No. Alright, so I'm still missing one of those. Oh, I got some new clothes. Cordona suit and Cordona suit, no jacket. There's still plenty of stuff to look at, so...
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
It is rather rude, isn't it?
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Okay. So does that give me enough to work on? Probably not. Oh, I don't need that. Okay, so there's still stuff. So concentration does something. With enough clues, can use imagination to reconstruct the past. Press right bumper to use it. See imagination notes. Interact with notes to begin. Oh, cool.
No air coming through it. No air coming through it. No air coming through it.
Oh.
No air coming through it.
So there's got to be something else. Hold on, I'm gonna go outside. use this. What this door's? Oh, a
This
lock.
lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Okay, that's interesting. Who's this guy? Oh, that's Watson. Never
I
mind.
think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape.
I think you might have. Let's take a look here. Oh. That's interesting.
Yes, Stenwick is no angel, but he's one of my
Trapdoor? What we got here?
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them. A scrap of Hessian.
Ding. No. All right. There's no key bent to the right on the hooks, but there's an empty hook with marks underneath that might match the description. Okay. There's interesting clues in the garden. What do we have here? Parallel tracks, wheels.
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
This cart here, maybe? It's all bashed up and broken. Oh, we got something over here. Knee print hiding?
Looks like a knee print.
What's this?
Chewing tobacco.
A boot print.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
It's pretty trivial there, Watson. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay. What could have left the tracks? Let's check my mind palace here. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. Keep looking. Yep, got that. There's got to be a way to tag this thing. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Okay. Oh, I think I'm starting to figure this out. Or maybe not. Alright, okay, hold on. I think I'm getting somewhere, slowly. This starts to get easier after a while. What else is there? Must be something else that needs to be seen. Okay, so this guy was sitting and waiting for... Okay, so I need 5 nodes? Looks like. Oh, shoot, whoops.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
There we go. I have a feeling there was something there. Looks like someone's tie, maybe?
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Okay. Meaning then that... there was an assassination attempt here somewhere. Let's try... what else we got? I still need an item. I'm still short an item. Can I interview what's his face? Okay, that's all based on proximity. Anything here? Doesn't look like it, alright. Hang on.
Where on earth are you going with this? Are you joking? Why would I know this?
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the...
Yeah, so you just have to go through your evidence and be like, oh, blah, 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 check and check and check and check and check.
He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Okay.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Okay.
Are you joking? Why would I know this? Where on earth are you going with this?
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how...
So you just have to, like, ask everybody about everything. The spyglass belongs to someone else. That's
The door
pretty
to the
obvious.
garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
Can
I'll
I
need to
borrow them? Yeah.
You'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Rude?
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahia's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Okay. So evidence is coming through now. I don't know that it helps us a lot here. Well, maybe it does. No. No good there. No good there. Okay, so still more items to find.
Why are you still here?
Okay. Flip around, still nothing. I think I made him angry. Oh. Well, how have I done that? There's still one more note. Oh, wait a minute. Have I found this note here? Can I pick this lock? No. Here, this is gotta be our guy. Our missing Maori.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be
Yeah,
to the
okay,
right.
I got it. That's unhelpful. So there's gotta be one more node here that I'm just not seeing. Watson, do you
This
have anything interesting
disappearance
to
is
say?
intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Can I go out around the fence? Is that an option? Oh wait, can I go the other side? Doesn't appear that way. Alright, well, so what if I try and go the other side of that locked thing? What's back there?
Are you able to help me?
A lady doesn't know about
For God's sakes. Slash, where does it go? There's a dead horse. You can't beat it up, though. I don't think I'm disappointed by that. Okay, we're back in here. He just gets mad at me when I try to talk to him. Okay, this is that hiding place. We started here. Yep, we figured that one out. Okay. There's some lockpick situation over here. A fight broke out. So still with those parallel tracks in the garden. What's going on with those? It has to be that busted up cart. Yes, of course it does. Moldy, broken, not used recently. Alright. It's unlikely to have been used recently. Alright, cool. Oh! So I'm supposed to... I gotta go through one clue at a time and figure out what's relevant in each given situation.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
Was that fabric that I found relevant here? No. Alright. I did see a spyglass having something to do with this. Is it this one? There it is. But that doesn't allow me to interact with it, so that's a fat nope. I don't know if this allows us to do anything, but... Wait a minute, no. Still no items. This focus mechanic is kind of annoying because it changes the... makes everything look silly. Where could it be?
If you find my man, I have a marvelous whiskey with your name on it.
Still nothing there. Huh. Wait a minute. Those are just the ones I've already seen, right? Yeah. Okay. The broken cart didn't make the tracks. Oh. That's new. Pile of logs fallen. Parallel tracks, grass doesn't grow here often.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
Logs in the shacks are in shambles, as if anybody said to drop them. There are similar tracks near the shack should be kept for under the rain cover. Oh, dang. Oh, shoot. Okay. So it's a puzzle then. And then so those are options? Is that what it's about? Alright. It's not that one, it's the keyhole one. Yes. And we'll validate this theory. Aha!
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity.
Okay.
When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney
pipe and dropped it with a claw. Okay, very cool.
Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected.
Boy, this is one of those games that feels really good when you bust it open.
In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart.
But I can see why this game isn't super long. Like, this could, you have to really balance, like, how far you're going to go with it.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
Alright, so now what? Okay, what are the notable features of the abductor? We got the footprints. Okay, got two out of 3. So it's got it. It can't be that. Can it? No. Alright, I don't think it's gonna be this either, but no. Alright, so there's still one more item to find about the dude, the abductor. let's go talk to what's his nuts again. Unless there's something weird that we're missing here. Wait, oh, no.
You'd best have found something by now.
Well, we have.
Gentlemen.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of
I'm starting to, like,
Indeed,
understand
I
how this
would
game
overlook the detail
ticks,
were it
and
not for
it's
the cart's
this is really
absence.
cool.
If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes.
Well, questions often lead to answers.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know. Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle
Holmes
here,
patting himself on the back over here.
Stroke your ego is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy.
Claptrap is in
Go and
the
fetch my
little
servant.
chompy dudes from Donkey Kong.
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door.
This is all an attempt to get the key. Okay.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in
Finally.
the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
No. That's a terrible idea. Sherlock Holmes be concise? Not a chance. Alright, so now we have a key to the lock. Yeah, a key to the lock. And we can go through it. Awesome. So now we need to follow the trail here, which can only lead one way, but I'm going the wrong way. So let's go. Following, following, following. Trail kind of runs cold here, but we got 3 targets. One.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
Oh, yeah.
Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather.
There we go. Oh, hey, we found a wallet. Nice. Or pouch of chewing tobacco, maybe?
A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor? Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
Well, it's
Hope so.
odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then
Ah! Okay, scene completed. Let's see if we can put this together. Do have a calling card, however. Sailor's Knot. Oh, wait a minute. Sailor's Knot would betray that he's a sailor. Yeah, nailed it. Kimihio was kidnapped by a sailor. Okay. Awesome. My guess. Yes. Okay. Cool. The abductor is a sailor. Nailed it. Yes. Feels good. All evidence points to the port of London. Boom. All right. We're feeling better now.
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London. Of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab.
Well, I want to run back and talk to Bumface real quick first. Man, it feels good to figure things out.
This dreary rain is making
He's
him
decided to be like nice
worse.
or whatever. All right, so can we hire a hansom or a cab or something? Let's do map. Okay. So Port of London. We need to find a cab. This guy seems to be on duty. Yeah, sure, why not?
The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
My guess is there's like side quests and stuff you can do. In fact, I'm fairly confident that there is. There's DLC. But I didn't want to pay $12 for DLC. So we're now in chapter 2. The Blood Red Knight. This is cool. Got a nice little cinematic.
What a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
Since when is Watson like foolishly
Doctor,
superstitious?
Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Why is he wearing a different hat all of a sudden?
Before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't...
So it's important to note Dr. Watson has a shoulder wound that, in the official canon, he describes as being hit by a Giselle bullet by a sniper in Afghanistan. But in the Cthulhu case books, he explains that it was actually a stab wound by a lizard person.
Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimihir?
Okay, the Cursed Mermaid. Sherlock can ask bystanders about a piece of evidence. Yeah, I figured that out. I already got that. Try it now with the calling card. All right. Pin the evidence with X. And then speak to someone with the calling card. I mean, I can't...
It appears that the saltpeter explosion rattled the locals. Can't blame them for staying at home.
Are you able to help me?
I think I can help you.
Oh, cool. The man usually wanders close to the dockyard. Okay, neat. Oh, all right, learning and growing. What do we got in here?
Oh, hardly a reputable establishment.
I've seen worse. Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
Where's my deerstalker?
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above average height, with workman's boots.
Half my customers, then. Your description hardly narrows things down.
Alright, let's observe this lady. Pale with chapped lips. Belly is a bit distended. Usually, for once, there's not something about the shoes. Trousers are a little too tight. Vomit stains from morning sickness. She's pregnant. I mean, okay. Okay, so it's one of these two things. No, it's got to be this one.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
Are you familiar with a Roy Soulsby?
Roy Soulsby? I know the name, but he's not one of my regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here.
Okay.
Miss, what if I told you that you are in the family way?
No, really? Oh, thank you, sir. How would I, a simple woman, have ever known without your help? You must be a doctor.
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one. I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread.
Okay, so I was wrong. That's unfortunate.
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard.
Okay. Good to know. Let's just take a quick look around here. I heard a kitty. Whoa, there's a lot of things to interact with in here. Where's the cat? There he is. Hi, kitty. Help, Giverish missing for a week. Please let me know if you see him. Red rag. Okay, cool. Something about destroying pests. This puts me back outside. It's Watson.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I can't help you with this.
Okay, alright. So now I see what... Get out of the way. Actually, before I do anything else... Why it won't give me the deer stalker. Oh. Gotta have the deer stalker. It's very important. Is it raining out? Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, yeah, I'm in your way, I'm sorry.
Excuse me, just one question.
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Alright. Some random drunk.
Excuse me, just one question.
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Bulky man.
Are you able to help me?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Generic British voice. Number 8005. Okay, this must be where we came in, because that's our cab situation. Nothing there. Just out looking for a dude about a thing. We've already been around that. It's just time to go over the bridge. We've got a crane. Some
Excuse me,
dude.
just one question.
It's a shame I can't answer your question.
Okay. It's fine. There we go. I wonder if those are side quest leads. They probably have to be, right? Okay. Got a machine shop of some kind. Dude carrying stuff. Out of the way, Watson.
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Okay, very unhelpful. Oh, I might have the wrong thing pinned at the moment.
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
May I ask you something?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Okay. Nope. Doing against thing. It's over here.
Do you know anything about this?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Okay.
Could you help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Okay. This is suddenly bright.
May I ask you something?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Usually found where the docks are. What part of this isn't a dock? Well, I guess it's more. Seriously. Oh, Shantytown. That was this one. A red rag hangs over her house's entrance. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. There's a bunch of beds out in the middle of the rain. Okay. I don't see a red rag. Whoa. Who are you?
May I ask for your assistance?
Ugh, I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
You're sobbing awful loud. Something's wrong. Maybe we'll return to that person. Red rag. Red rag. That looks like a red rag.
Could you help me?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
Well, the other person standing next to
May
you.
I ask you something?
No, sorry, I know nothing.
Okay.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
It's alright. We're not discouraged. We found Shantytown. Just gotta find a red rag. Oh, Schultz's.
please?
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
My golly. Clearly they're concerned about vampires here, because I'm seeing garlic around. I know nothing. They're all Jon Snow. Yeah. How big are we talking? What size constitutes a rag? Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, nailed it. Okay.
Hello, lad. Is this where I may find Dea?
You read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, no. Well, not yet. Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a, warehouse. This man, Roy Solby...
Isn't that the guy I'm
gave
chasing?
him the job. He paid him a necklace.
Do you still have the necklace that Soulsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the, shrine. I tried to sell it to buy medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
I want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother, she got sick after the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor. Now I am in charge.
Okay.
How would you describe this Soulsby?
He was big and strong. He had a big scary eye.
Scary, you say?
Yes.
Big scary eye?
Like it was made of metal.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere.
Alright, so we have the Nepali boys' testimony. What do we got here? I see something. There we go.
This cheap pendant looks like silver, but it's only made of tin.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the boy couldn't sell it.
He got scammed. He got scammed.
I miss Girves. Do you think he's okay?
Hope so. Some sort of achievement. What else we got in here? Watson and a door. And it looks like that's about it. Okay. So we found that. Let's take a quick look at our Mind Palace here. Aha. Okay, so we don't have enough to figure that one out yet. We could look at this one, but again, yeah, definitely don't have enough to figure that out yet. Still a lot of looking around to do. This is a pretty big crime scene that we're dealing with. So I think that's where we'll call it for the night here. This game is really fun. I'm really digging this. I will be back on Friday. We now kind of know what we're doing, at least a little bit in terms of mechanics. Obviously it's a mystery, so we're intended to struggle with it a little bit. So the mystery will continue this Friday at 8 Eastern-ish. Yes, Friday. Friday. And yeah, this is cool. This is fun. And then we will be, unless some catastrophic nonsense happens, we will be back to painting on Saturday too. Yes, Blink. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, this game's cool. Really digging it. Hopefully I'll be a little more talkative now I know the mechanics. It is difficult and fun. Yeah, sorry, my brain's shutting. I've got my first teacher work day tomorrow, so my summer's over and I'm sad about it. But we've got Friday, and that's gonna be fun. And we'll have, more streams of this before Spider-Man drops. And if when Spider-Man drops, we're playing that. Even if we're not quite done with this, we'll come back to it, and then we'll do Clash of Demon Head, and then hopefully Space Marine 2 will be ready to go. I know Chamali and Alex were ready to play that with me as a sort of gear-up situation as we are available. And, of course, Trapped in Arkham returning soon as well. So take care, be safe, be well, and we'll talk to you on Friday. Bye.